Hello. It's chilly in here again. I'm pulling my blanket up. Look out, the camera's going to go bad. It's a paisley. It's a paisley blanket. And then I'm wearing my favorite sweater. I love this sweater. It has holes in it and everything, and I just won't stop wearing it. I just love this sweater. It's got holes. The neck has a spot where I gotta fix it. It has some tiny stuff going wrong with it. I'm not sure how old it is. I still love this sweater. It's like everywhere you look, there's a different design. They put a little bit different design everywhere on this thing. I've never seen another one quite like it. So somebody ever wants me to get rid of it, it's not happening. Hi. It's bright. What, the blankie or the sweater? Hi, Pam. I am Pam. Pam, I am. Well, it's quite a day, and I'll wait a little bit for everybody to say hi. I'm not sure how long we'll be on because I'm pretty sure Portal's on tonight at some point. We'll probably lose some people to that. So this might be a short one. However, Portal's on for 2 hours, so I'm not too worried about it. I can go and see my friends there still, probably. How you doing? We got Les. We got Richard Elmore. We got Pam so far. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's been crazy. And once again, I said, I think something's brewing. Something's up. Something's up. Yeah, it was. Yeah, something's up. And today, before I even saw anything online, and got any kind of news or anything, I knew, because I couldn't stay awake all day. I'm still having problems with it, staying awake. I have been off doing stuff in my sleep. I just know it. And a lot of us have this issue where, yes, we're definitely off doing something while we're sleeping. And, you know, no kidding. It's one of those things where you're not always sure where you went. But I mean, there's been times when I've even seen other people that I know in the dream, and we've kind of been standing there going, oh, hey, this is a pretty crazy scene, huh? And I'll go, yeah, boy, this one's a lot of work, right? So I think probably I'm not the only one experiencing this. I have a feeling other people will be reporting this kind of thing. So if you're feeling this way, if you're feeling exhausted, and like no matter what you do, you get sleep and you wake up and you're still exhausted, well, there could be all kinds of reasons, but it could be that you went out and did something in your sleep that you don't remember, that you were out being a superhero, because a lot of us do that. Hey, Linda. Linda came on in. So, what's the first bit of news? Very first bit of news while everybody's saying hi. I haven't even read it yet. President a day in politics. Rioters swarm Capitol Hill. No. This is interesting because I live in Kent. And I haven't seen I haven't really seen all of this, and we will not be told on the news, I'm sure. We will not be told on the news the truth about any of this. We will not. We will be lucky if we can get the news, and we must go to other sites to find out what actually happened. Oh, they're showing off their abs on Instagram. Titanic characters with real life counterparts. I don't know yet what that is about. What? Restoring the pride of America looks like what he's got in his hands. Oh, God help us. Top places around the world. Yeah, show me a place that isn't going to get impacted by all this crap. What? Oh, here we go. FF. I don't have to tell you what FF means, do I? So now they're announcing people's deaths just a little early. Oh, come on. Oh, you're a fine one, Butchie. A fine one to talk about sickening and heartbreaking. The day you got elected was sickening and heartbreaking, sweetheart. Look at the way this is being reported. Wait, archaeologists find 2,000 pieces of plastic at an Iron Age site. Some of these I have got to look into. Okay, yep. Hello. Yep, we all knew something would happen. We knew it. We knew it. Something's got to give. We felt it, and yes, it did. Oh, they did. They stormed the governor's mansion in Washington. Holy cow. People are upset. Well, no kidding. Yeah. No kidding. Governor pushed us back to phase one. What does that mean? Well, I have a lot of thoughts about it. I haven't looked into it, what actually happened yet, but I have been saying they're up to something. Okay. And I live in Kent. I can tell you, I don't know what happened here. I can't say, I can't speak on it. I haven't got any facts because you can't get facts off the news, and we all know this. They're not going to tell you what happened, really. They're going to tell you what they want you to think happened, which is what they always do. So, right, almost a lockdown. Yeah, crap. Okay. Yeah, I tell you, I get this nervous when something like this is going to happen. I am getting to the point where I know it. It's this very nervous feeling, kind of nervous and jittery, want to sleep all the time, have a hard time clearing my head. Boom, this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, the media got what they wanted today. I'm going to put the light down just a little bit because it's in my eyes. Yeah, they did. They wanted... Well, folks, I'm going to have to study this a little bit more. It can be depression, yes. It can be. I just ordered some more vitamin D. And this light is to help ward off the depression. Because I know that I have a tendency toward depression. A lot of us do. If you live in Ohio, SADD is a real thing because it's very cloudy here. So SADD is for real. And this is a plant light, but it's not just for my plants, it's for me. Okay? This is a grow light. And in lieu of one of the daylight lights, which I haven't ordered yet, but then I get depressed just before something like this happens. Okay, so yeah, I know it's depression because I've been struggling with depression for years. But when I get those particular things happening, I don't know, is it because it depresses me that this stuff is happening? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I do all kinds of things to fight SADD. Fortunately, I'm not one of those that has any kind of lethality issues. As I've stated many times, I will never suicide because it's totally pointless. You won't get away from anything. The way I see it, it's like suicide is completely pointless. You're going to kick yourself on the other side, saying, I did not complete that. Now I have to put myself in another situation like that in order to get this done. So we will never, if they ever say anything about me suiciding, it's completely fake. It's a complete lie. I will never suicide. I will not do that. I feel it is absolutely worthless waste of time. And not that I don't feel for anybody who does that. It's like, I understand you can be very, very low, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to help you. It's better if you find a way through. But yes, this great depression, sadness, yes. Yes. Yeah, if somebody suicides me, you know it's fake. You know it was all faked. But they won't, because I'm not important enough. And even if I was important enough, probably things would go screwy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If anything ever happens that you hear a suicide concerning me, it's like it's false. It's 100% fake. It'll never happen. I will never do that. And you know that. So, yeah. Yeah, me too. That I get, that I have noticed this is what I get. I get what you would call depressed before they do something screwy like this. And this was planned. I tell you, I live in Kent. This is where the Four Dead in Ohio song comes from. Four Dead in Ohio. If you remember that song at all. I can tell you right now, things like this are planned. Things like this, and you won't see the truth about it. We didn't see the truth about what happened here for years, for decades. It was only recently that somebody did a really in-depth look at it and found that the shootings that the National Guard did fire first. Hello, Vinny. Hate to get political. Yeah, this is definitely a different world. Hey, yeah, Neil Young. Yeah, well, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young when they were still all together. Hey, Vinny. I haven't seen Poodles today. Vinny comes from SOR. So we know Vinny, kind of. So we know that Vinny hangs out at SOR, and if he gives us any trouble, we can go kick his butt over there too. Right, Vinny? I'm kidding. We like Vinny. Hi. Vinny's cool. Hey, Vinny Barbarino, when he was 29, just before he turned 30. Um, yeah. Well, it's a crazy freaking day. And apparently now you know I'm not, and now I'm not the only one. Oh, you'll be on your best behavior. Well, I'm glad, Vinny, because we got mods in here that really actually it's kind of crazy in here, Vinny, so don't worry too much. uh, I mean, after all, Nessie Monster is a mod here. So, you know, it's the restrictions are not too vast. They're only half-assed, half-vast, half-vast, yeah, our restrictions. Yeah, but the mods do kick butt when they feel they need to. They really do. I mean, you know, I sent them out all high boots and a whip. Uh, oh, you got a pretty picture. That's neat. Yeah, we are thinking we might have a growing channel. I'm okay with it being, you know, small until it grows, but that's okay. Uh, but we're just getting ready in case. I wanted everybody who's regular here to feel safe. That if someone was driving them nuts, they could kick them in the butt. Hey, here is Julia and Lewis that came in too. I don't know if I mentioned Lewis. Hello, Lewis. And yeah, well, Pam I am is pretty tough. Yeah, she is. That's right. You don't mess with Pam. She's also administrating my Woo Crew group. So you wanna do something, you got to get through Pam first. Yeah, I don't know what happened either, but I'll tell you right now, I'm in Kent, and I bet you that it's the same damn BS that they're going to probably pull the same damn thing they pulled right here where I'm living. Because for years there was so much bullshit about what happened here. However, the local people knew better. You ask the local people, they'll know. The local people knew exactly what happened. They knew exactly the guy that fired. His life was never the same. His life was never the same. He kept his head low from thereafter. Young National Guardsmen, inexperienced. And once the shooting starts, well, you're lucky if you can stop it with one. Ah, well, I'll have to give Pam a little scratchy bit, some scratchy lovin's. Yeah, it's all politics. It was here. But the locals knew what happened. They knew exactly what happened. And it took years before the truth was allowed finally to come out. But everybody knew. So I guarantee you there are people who know exactly what happened today, and it isn't what we're being told. So that's all I can tell you about it for now. Is that whatever they're telling us, that isn't exactly the way it happened. There you go. Give her some scratchings behind the ears, poor Pam. She's overworked. Okay, so anyway, I hope you like my hair today. This is the hair I bought when I had hair falling out problems. So this, and it looks really, if you look at it, it looks almost, it looks so much like my real hair. I mean, I got a perfect match. This is what my hair used to look like at that time. So it's like a perfect match. You can't really tell with the light though, but, and you see, like always, I have a big forehead. It's where I keep the extra brains. Some people say, oh, you have a big forehead. It's like, I know, but I have huge frontal lobes. If I needed a lobe bra, they'd be double D, okay? Lobe bras. Maybe I should sell frontal lobe bras. I don't know. But nah. Okay. Yeah, let me take the web page out for a minute. My hair used to look like this. Of course, you can't, like I said, once again, the color is kind of off because, but yeah, that's pretty much what my hair used to look like. Coloring your hair can do bad things, which is why I kind of hesitate to do it again. If you have to strip if you have to strip the color out of it, it can cause bad things to happen. And I didn't see it coming. It wasn't gradual. It was just like, but it also fell out because I think part of it was thyroid issues. That'll do it too. So, but so between the two, it was a bad seed. But now as you know, I have hair again, thank goodness, and yet it hasn't grown back as thick, and because of the thyroid issues, it hasn't. But we're going to see if we can do something about that. We're going to work on it. I'll work on getting the hair back. No, thank you, Ben. Yeah, this pretty much looks like what my hair looked like. So I was happy to be able to get one that looks that close to, and I wore a hairband like this a lot too. So basically, did you like hairbands? Yo, did you like the hairbands? Anyway, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice, Pam. I may have to try that. I might see if argan oil. I got some conditioner with argan oil that really seems to do a lot of good. So I might try argan oil. Yeah, the hair bands in the 80s. So really, this is pretty much like I used to look. Anyway, I'm glad I can look like that again. I don't know what to do. I think we need to keep up our positive. We're in the declining moon now. So I'm going to say probably what you'd be doing is what you want to see less of. What you want to be thinking about is what you'd like to see less of if you do a ceremony. When the moon is on the decline. That's nice, Pam. I'll see if I can find it. But, gray is not my problem. I have a little bit of gray, just a little bit. I'm not too excited about it. I'm not too, I don't really care. It's not really enough to, most of the time I can kind of, if I do something with my hair, I can kind of, I'm even thinking of just putting highlights in or getting it frosted, and then it'll all just blend together. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Because I don't care, because I call them wisdom hairs. We should be proud of our wisdom hairs. We earned them. It's just, I'm very lucky that at 63, I don't have very many of them yet. I guess I must not be that wise. But no, I've got some. And it's going to end up being sparkly white, which I will enjoy. Sparkly white is nice. It's going to be a nice sparkly white. Anyway, so just thought I'd come in a little bit to tell you what's going on with me. And then I wake up and I see this news. And I say, okay, now I know what's been going on. I'm upset because the future is coming and it's not happy news. Ooh, Linda. Silver hair is in now. It's actually in to have silvery hair, even if you're young. So, you know, it's not like I'm worried about it. I was even thinking of maybe, but then that'd probably affect it again if I made mine all silver. So I might just, you know, get highlights. Anyway, I don't know, guys. I guess we knew that this was going to happen. We knew that something was going to happen. I mean, we'd all seen it in the remote view that this was going to happen, this kind of thing. And I asked, and you know what? I could tell too, because, you know, I get up, I make sure that I'm, every now and then, I ask the pendulum, I do my pendulum. Every now and then I ask, are we still on courses? Are we still in the positive timeline? Just to see. And guess what? For about 3 days, I didn't tell you, but for about 3 days, the pendulum was swinging in a circle and would not give me a straight answer. You remember what it was doing when I was working on Micah? Right about then is when it was starting to do that. And it was to the point where I couldn't really use it for answers. So, you know, it was giving me all kinds of answers like yes, no, maybe, ask another question. You're asking the wrong question. You know, it's like when it swings in a circle like that, usually that means you're asking the wrong question. Maybe there wasn't any right question at that point. I don't know. But we saw it coming. And I hope this proves to you that what you saw was real. You saw it coming. And so did I. And here it is. And so it is. Now, how the rest of it's going to work out, I don't know. I don't know. But other headlines, and that's the only reason I'm doing political things. Okay. I don't know what that's about, but showing off your abs. Object to the certification of these electors. Okay, that's another thing I'm going to have to look into, what that's about. Restoring the pride of America. Oh my God, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Seriously? Oh God. And once again, now they're announcing deaths before people actually die. But we knew that. All of these planned deaths. I don't know what else to call it. It's like, but now it's getting kind of obvious, isn't it? Oh my God. It's just getting way too obvious. And still, people are not picking up on it. Isn't it amazing? I mean, some of this stuff is just so obvious, and people are still not picking up on it. You know, there are people walking around, and they're even watching the news, and they're not getting any kind of undertone at all about this. Oh, they did? How do you figure that, Linda? Yeah, it's like they're in a trance. It is. I even have some good friends that are in a trance. I can't say anything much. If I say anything, they start getting crazy. And, but they watch TV still. I don't. Yeah, they are in a trance. They are. We got to remember that. It's not really totally their fault. And we can't act like they're just stupid, because they're not. They're not all just stupid. It's been gradual conditioning. Right. You know, Linda, there you go. They won't need those folks anymore now, will they? Yes, they're trying to find a reason to call out the National Guard and have everything in an uproar and martial law. Yeah. They want martial law. Yeah, you can't really, I'm sorry, here I go again. You can't really get news off the news anymore. They'll tell you when something happens, but what actually happened? No. It looks like, from time to time, it looks like what's coming for us, it looks like most of us, like a lot of us, like people like you and me, will not be going through too much crazy stuff. Depending on where you're living, though, you might. Yeah. The, of course, paid people that were paid. See, we have that stuff in Kent all the time. We have riots at the townhouses. And then the riot squad has to be called out. Every year we had them for years, until COVID, of course, and you couldn't have that. But I guess, you know, probably this year there wasn't anything like that. But it was, I used to call it tear gas season, right around May 4th. Yep. They would have their parties, and there would be riot squads called, and the pepper gas pellets would fly, and wooden bullets, and then people the next day would be picking up wooden bullets for a souvenir. And yep, every year. And who is it that starts the fighting, starts the problems? Not the people who live there. Heck no. No, it's always people who came in from the outside to join the party. They're the crazy galoots who do this stuff. So there you go. Exactly what happens. So it's never the people that live. The people in an area don't want to screw up their own area. They don't want to burn their own homes to the ground or bust out the windows or no, they don't want that. It's always people from the outside coming in to do that work. So, yep. Hey, Micah. So, if we're going to do anything, we're going to put a little bit of thought to what we want to see less of. Less lies might be a good one. Less bullshit. I don't know. Maybe you'll come up with some wonderful things. Yep. Glad I don't live in the city. And honestly, if you live in the city, why do you live in the city? Move out, please. Move out of the city. They are going to be the worst places to live, really. If you're in a big city, you're going to be hit the hardest by all this. I can almost guarantee that. Right. That's true, Pam. If you're out in BFE and you have to like hole up for a while, you can do it. If you're in the city, you don't have many options. Yeah. And even now, I'm thankful I moved when I did before all this stuff started going down. Just in time. Just in time. I got out of town. I got out of Dodge just before. Thank God. Only thing you have to worry about is the border. And we thought how weird it was that Trump wanted to put walls up. It does make you wonder if he got the looking glass stuff, right? If he did get that Tesla technology. Whoa, Mexico's 20 minutes away. Wow. Yeah. The Tesla technology, or the book I'm reading says it wasn't even really Tesla. He rediscovered it. It was really Tartarian technology. That the Tartarians had high technology, and looks like they did. We are finding that yes, we did have a high technological culture that has been literally submerged. I know. Now they want to tear them down. Oh, yeah. Put all that. Put all that money and effort into getting the walls up. Now they want to tear them down. And oh, do people really not see how ridiculous this all is? No, they don't. Or even if they see the ridiculousness of it, they don't know what to attribute it to. But you do, because you can see. Now, there's a difference. And see, here's the difference. People who can see and people who can't. You're learning how to see. You already were on that way. You were already going that way. But now that you've actually seen, we might take another little walk, but it would be in a private stream. I think we need a private stream to do that, okay? But if you want, we can take another little walk into the future. Hi, Pappy Two Bears. Yep. How you doing, Pappy? Yeah, I think I will make the and we'll do that. Maybe I'll see what another good day, auspicious day is for that time period. We'll take another little trip, but gotta be careful. Not tonight. No, we gotta let things calm down a little. I know I'm not there. I'm not into it. I gotta let all of this, like I said, and Pam said, we can feel things coming, and it's obvious. We felt this coming, and we saw it coming. So, yeah, it's depressing, but we know that eventually it's going to shake out. Still, it's sad the way it's happening. So, yeah, definitely not tonight. Not for a little while. I have a feeling it's going to take me a little while to shake this off. And this is going to go on for a bit. It's going to have to be when we're feeling strong. Yes. Yeah, we were talking about that, Pappy. We're talking about this sort of thing right here. We might be able to do something to kind of bulk that out of the system, but I have to think about it. I have to think. Oh, the Schumann resonance was spiking earlier last night. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, I have what, like Ben said, the symptoms are, they call it depression. You want to sleep, you're feeling pensive, you want to sleep all the time, you're drowsy all the time, and you're just out of sorts, having trouble with your concentration, and yep. Oh, cool. Your pyramid and your obsidian pyramid necklace. That's cool. Well, I believe it, Lewis. We went and took a remote view of the future and we saw this. But now we're seeing it for real. Oh, wow, that's cool, Micah. Great. Okay. So we were dodging some more solar ejection. Yeah, Lewis, we did a remote view and saw pretty much the same thing. And of course, I saw it and didn't want to get into specifics because it is depressing. It is exactly depressing. So, and yes, when there's stuff going on with the sun, that will screw around with me too. Yeah, wobbling energetically, no kidding. That's what it feels like. And I'm really sensitive to that stuff. I knew there was more to it than just normal SADD. Yeah, well, it was just to cause, it was to cause disruption. It wasn't to kill tons of people. It was to cause disruption. Yeah. And some people will probably attribute it to Kobe. We'll just think it's all about Kobe. Yeah. Well, folks, Portal is on, and I expect some of you might want to go to it. I probably will after a bit. If you want, to hang out here a little bit, though, that's okay. If you want to go on to the portal, whichever you'd prefer, let me know. Yeah, I know, Pappy. That's why I'm saying it won't be any time really soon. It will not be any time soon. See, there's my other hair. I'm going to take this off. Problem is, my hair is actually very slippery, and fake hair has a tendency to just slide right off. I have to wear something to keep it on. Okay, you're going back to sleep. So we're losing some people for sleep and losing some people to go to Portal. Or is anybody going to Portal? I think we lost a few already to Portal. Okay, Linda, because I don't plan on doing anything important tonight. I'm just here to say, we told you so. We told you so, world. We saw it coming. And here it is. So, here it is. Stay positive. Okay, Linda. And dream well. And my dreams have been very weird, too. I mean, what I can remember of them has been just weird. Yeah, I even had one where there was some kind of construction going on, and it was shaking up where I was. Not where I lived, but where I was. Right. This is us, a good time for us to um, make ourselves strong, strengthen ourselves, rest as much as you can. Yeah. Maybe get a few extra provisions just in case. I'm not telling you to prep like a prepper, but some of us already have. I've got I've got some stuff stashed away, so I'm not in danger of dying from starvation. I've got stuff. I don't prefer canned food, but everything I do, my city loses power every time. Everything you do, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Micah. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. There are people that are arming themselves buying guns, but ammo is short somehow, they say. And the only thing you can do with a gun if you got no ammo is just beat them with it. Beat them with it. Doesn't really work that well. Well, do your meditations. You fill your tank, the city loses power. That's weird. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Maybe there is, I don't know what to tell you about that right now. Good, Pam. You know, I don't have a gun and probably won't. Uh, I'm pretty sure there are some people here that do, though. Some of the older ones probably have guns. I have other things, though. I have some other things. Not guns. Um, I'm glad somebody is. I'm not against having guns. I'm not against it. Not at all. It's just that I have never had it. Um, never felt the need to have it. Ah, thank you, Micah. And I would. That's not one thing. And in fact, my dad, this is weird. My dad was a sharpshooter. My dad was a sharpshooter. But when he got home, he never wanted to touch a gun again. I know something happened to him. I know something happened to him, but he won't talk about it. He wouldn't talk about it. Um, Mostly sharpshooters end up snipers. Sometimes they end up in what they call special forces. He wouldn't talk about it. But he wouldn't touch a gun and he wouldn't really, and discouraged it in everybody else, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Pappy. Uh, I don't have bows anymore. My bows went off. And some of my knives took off too. Some of my blade weapons. I had some very nice blade weapons. My swords. Some of my swords one of my swords got stolen just not that long ago. Uh, but I do have some weapons that don't look like weapons. They look like decorations for your wall. Yeah. Yeah. I have some medieval weapons. Yeah. And I'm thinking about getting a bow again. Hmm. I kind of wish in a way that I had been taught to shoot a gun. I would have one. It's always good to have some persuasion in your back pocket if things go down. Not that I would ever want to use it, but if situation forces it, I do not see. I'm not Buddhist. I'm sorry. Every creature defends itself. So you need to buy one of those old-fashioned Western guns. That you don't have to refill for a long time. You can fire like 20 shots. And there you go, a full cat litter box. So I'm thinking of getting a cat. All of these people around here in this place, they all have these little tiny dogs that they walk every day. They all have the little dogs, and I'm thinking, what would happen if somebody got a full-size dog in this place? I don't know. Somebody tried that. That's funny. Exotic pets. At my old place, somebody tried to bring in like a 12-foot alligator as a pet. Whoa. Of course, that didn't go over well. They couldn't even get the dang thing up the stairs. Couldn't hardly get the dang thing up the stairs. And once they got it up the stairs, they couldn't hardly get it in the door because it was in this great big box, great big long box. The poor thing was in this box that it couldn't even move. I don't know how they expected to keep that thing alive. Crazy, crazy, crazy people trying to get that. And then, but they did end up having 2 pit bulls up there, and this was in a 1-bedroom apartment. Well, don't you know, the pit bulls chewed through the door. They tried to keep them locked in the bedroom. Pit bulls chewed through the door. You gotta expect that. Oh yeah, that would have been a hellish life for that little alligator. Plus, how do they expect to keep it alive in there? The box wasn't any bigger than it was. The terrarium was only its size. It couldn't even walk around in there. Yeah, cheap doors, it's like, forget it. Your pit bull's gonna, that's why, and then they had kids living in there too with them. They had extended family, 2 pit bulls, and a couple of kids in a 1-bedroom apartment. And I know that for me and the cat, it was kind of small. I'm like, you guys are nuts. And then they were going to try and have an alligator in there too. I'm like, are you guys crazy? Yeah, they are. Yeah, what do you think's going to happen there? And of course, every time they let them outside, see, we weren't even allowed to have pets there at all. To lay mines out there for intruders. Good thinking, Peppy. So that's the way it goes. You sit there and you think to yourself, well, I knew it was going to get crazy. We were warned it was going to get crazy. Now here it is being crazy out there. It's different though when it's actually here. No matter how much you're warned, it's different when it's actually here. And I think it's going to be that way too when we finally see the ETs. It's, or the ITs, because it's one thing to say, yeah, they exist. Yeah, it exists. It exists. It's another thing when one is standing in front of you breathing. So, which is why I just know I hope I do well when I see Bigfoot, as I know I probably will. Well, this guy was like, had a reptile house going. He could charge money. No kidding, Lewis. It's either the Galactic Federation or the Return of the Anunnaki. Well, you know, I haven't very much to say tonight except to bless you, tell you I love you, say, yep, we saw this coming, and here it is. And so now you can pretty much bet that the rest of what we saw coming is also going to be here pretty soon. So get your wagons in a circle, pilgrims, as John Wayne would say. Put your wagons in a circle, pilgrims. Looks like we've got some trouble coming this way. Seriously. I think I'm going to toddle off to the portal and say hi to all those people. I thank you for coming. It's been good to see you again. I always miss you when I don't see you. And so, yeah, I think I'll toddle off to the portal like probably everybody else has. And that's usually where we lose friends too, when they, about 10 o'clock. And me too. I want to go see too and say hi to everybody. And they might have something interesting going on tonight. I don't know. Hi, Todd. We're getting ready to pull it down. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's already been about an hour and 10 minutes. And it was just a little bit to come in to say, well, what we thought was going to happen, what we saw when we remote viewed, it's happening. Here it is. So, well, I'll probably be in tomorrow. I don't know if this continues, this feeling continues. But if you're getting these feelings now, you know it's probably everything described here. The sun, I guess, Pappy came in and provided one answer, part of the answer. The sun is doing freaky things right now. You saw your field with remote viewing. I'd want to talk to you. I want to hear about that, Strange. Right. So I'm getting ready to pull it in, but we can still talk on MeWe, and we can still, there's still tomorrow, and if, you know, people are exhausted right now, Todd. Here in the US, those of us who are sensitive to energy, this was an exhausting day. So give us a little bit to recuperate. But it's certainly, we're not leaving because of you, Todd. And Pappy and everybody, Pam, Micah, thanks for coming. Love y'all. Yeah, you know what? We need to get together and talk about it. What's coming next? What we all saw coming next. Yeah, we saw it though, and we need to say, "Yep," to keep ticking it off. Yep, we saw that. Yep, we saw that. Yep, we saw that. Yep, to remind you that you can do it. You are doing it. You are doing it. You really are. I'm very proud of you all. Okay, I love you. The truth is where you find it. Hope you are finding some here. And this is Ocean making waves. Now it's time for you to go and make some of your own, and I'm sure you will. Me too. Healing energy to everybody, and may you rest up. And when the energy stops doing the cha-cha, we'll maybe be able to do a few more things. But until then, just keep each other cheered up through all of this weirdness. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.